Man, they're Irish, Italian, Russian, French, Scottish, Eastern European. But I do identify with the ideals of the United States, and yes, by proxy, Western civilization. The same Western...
Okay. Well, he had me going for a minute there. He had me going for a minute. Like, hey, there's no such real thing as like a white identity. We got Irish people and Italian people, blah, 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 blah. And then he goes right back to it.
Ideals that all of those aforementioned people risked life and limb to try and seek. The ideas of
what?
People, proxy, Western civilization.
Okay, wait.
I do identify with the ideals of the United States, and yes,
okay, fine.
by proxy, Western civilization.
Western civil. This is what I feel like he's so close. He just made the argument that whiteness as a thing doesn't really matter, and that you just have like Italians and Greeks or whatever. But then he goes on to make the exact same argument for Western culture. There is no Western culture. There's just the constituent nations. What does the West mean? What does whiteness mean? It's the same thing. He literally just said, oh God, I'm gonna nut. I'm gonna come. Oh God. He literally just said that, hey, we've got Irish people and Italian people, and we've got Germans, and we've got Lithuanians, and we've got the Swedes, and the Nords, and the English, and the Welsh, and they all have their individual identities. And then people try and paint this all together as white, and that's kind of weird because they don't all kind of like, why? Like, why would we do that? We don't really do that. But then he goes on to say that you have all these different countries that are very different and distinct with different histories. And then he's like, yeah, Western civilization, let's go. Yeah. He does the same thing.
The same Western ideals that all of those aforementioned people risked life and limb to try and seek.
Wait, what? Who risked life and limb?
That all of those aforementioned people risked life and limb to try and seek.
What the fuck is he talking about? All the Irish and Italians risked life and limb to become Western culture? What the fuck does he mean by that?
The ideas of free speech, religious freedom, freedom from government tyranny, all of which, by the way, they created a uniquely rich American experiment. Here's the...
Yeah, I agree. The Enlightenment was cool.
Issue. Unlike back then, we have a lot of people now, not all, but some people now who want to come to this country not to take part in that great experiment. We have some people...
Okay, here we go. Now we get back right to the dog whistling. Oh, yeah, so American exceptionalism, we made a great society, da-di-da-di-da. Some people want to take that away from us.
Who come now, not all, not seeking freedom, not in a boat seeking freedom, hopping across a moat, or overstaying a work visa to benefit from a welfare state, only to subsequently...
For one, we don't have a welfare state. For two, undocumented immigrants are also taxed. In fact, it is generally agreed upon that undocumented immigrants have a net positive effect on the economy.
By the way, vote against the values and freedoms that made this country so desirable in the first place.
And we go right back to the white nationalist dog whistling. So now he talks about how America is the great experiment, but fucking brown people are coming in and they're seeking to destroy it from within. This is it. This is the dog whistling to which we refer. What do you mean by that? Who wants to destroy freedom? What the fuck are you talking about? I guarantee you that the worst anti-liberal values, and by liberal I mean liberalism, like the Enlightenment, the worst anti-liberal values that get brought across by like Muslim extremists are already held by a vast majority of the American Christian fundamentalists that already exist here. This suggestion, like, oh yeah, white nationalists, Western civilization isn't a dog whistle. By the way, there are people coming to destroy this civilization from within, and they're brown.
I think that's just wrong.
Like what? I need a specific example, because economists agree, by the way. Again, undocumented immigrants have a net positive effect on the economy. So in what way are they destroying it? What do you mean they're voting on... I'm sorry, was there an anti-freedom referendum that was recently fucking posted on whitehouse.gov that all the fucking Muslims and undocumented immigrants are voting yes on? Ah, yes, I vote to end freedom, and then that would be that for America. Can I get an example of this in effect, please?
Just as I think, by the way, it's wrong for people to steal the place of anyone who legally waited in the queue to take part in this great American experiment, black, white, brown, yellow alike. It doesn't...
What? There's a line to take part in America? What is he just talking about? He was just now he's just talking about immigration. He just thinks it's wrong to cut the line. America has one of the most fucking difficult and rigorous and highly scrutinized immigration processes of any country on earth. Maybe we need to loosen that system up a little bit. Whether you like it or not, Steven Crowder, illegal immigration is a thing that is going to happen and is going to continue happening. The fact that it happens is not an indication of criminality. It is an indication of agitation, a disillusion between what people want and what people can have. The intelligent person looks at this antagonism and thinks, what are the best ways I can resolve this antagonism in a way which benefits society? The idiot, like you, looks at this antagonism and goes, they're coming in to ruin our freedom! Guys, they cut in line. They can't do that.
Doesn't matter. Does that make me a white supremacist?
Nah, yeah, the shit you just said was pretty white supremacist, dog whistler.
Racism and socialism, and they're saying white supremacy now.
Racism and socialism? What?
To me, racism and socialism, and they're saying white supremacy now. They sort of are tossing all racism under this umbrella, so we can even use that. But white supremacy is the word of the day, right?
What? Why do you throw socialism in there? Does he know what words mean?
Right now, when people, you get a hashtag going like trained seals. That's white supremacy. Racism, socialism, any form of economic classism, they're evil and corrosive to the human spirit. For the
Excuse me?
racism,
Please say that again.
when people, you get a hashtag going like trained seals. That's white supremacy. Racism, socialism.
Racism and socialism. It was so stupid. I had to hear it twice. He can't even do. He can't. Oh, his corporate masters shoved their big, meaty, hairy, fucking pig hands right up his rectum and are puppeting him from the inside. He can't do it. He can't even say racism is bad. He has to say racism and socialism are bad.
Any form of economic classism. They're
Any form of economic classism. What the fuck do you think capitalism is? Capitalism is literally based on class hierarchy. Socialism seeks to ameliorate that. He thinks, in Steven Crowder's mind, socialism is hating rich people the same way racism is hating non-white people.
evil and corrosive to the human spirit for the same reason to me, in that they are worldviews that identify you by what you have rather than what you do. And by
What? Even if we follow your dumb fuck definition here, racism is something you do. Classism is something you, if you're rich and you engage in the behaviors that make you rich, is also something you do. So hating a person for their race, if you hate a person for their race, you're hating them for an intrinsic characteristic. If you hate a person because they're a fucking leech that seeps billions of dollars from the economy and hoards it in offshore accounts to keep it from circulating so they can sit in their big boy fucking Cayman Island trust fund, that's something they chose to do. Even using his own unfathomably stupid definition, he's still wrong. Because hating a person for their race is something intrinsic, and hating somebody for their economic decision is not intrinsic.
by proxy, these ideologies rob you of who you are. You have black skin. You have white skin. You have a vagina. You have more money than me. Rather than looking at someone and saying, oh, you studied hard in school.
Oh, yeah, you studied to become black. Oh, yeah, in the womb. Good job, white. What is he saying? What is he saying? What is he saying? What is he saying? I don't know what the fuck he's saying. I'm actually fucking lost. Can we go back?
You have white skin. You have a vagina. You have more money than me.
You were born with white skin or black skin or a vagina. Those are things you were born with. Having money is the product of economic decisions that you have made. You can get rid of that money. You can invest it. You can give it to charity. There are things that you can do to make yourself less of a leech on the fucking economy. And even now, I'm playing into his stupid definition because I don't fucking hate rich people the same way racists hate black people. I don't. I seriously don't. I think they're a leech in the economy in the same way that I think cops are a detriment to society, in the same way that I think politicians or the military are, but I don't hate them the same way a racist hates a black person, because a racist thinks that a black person is fundamentally incompatible, that they are not equal and they can never be equal. On some metaphysical, spiritual level, a person of color is worse than a white person. But I don't believe that. If you're a cop, hang up your hat. If you're a politician, fucking join up with my side. If you're a soldier, set down your gun. If you're wealthy, act in ways that don't fuck over poor people in the economy. You can't set down your black skin. Even in his own stupid fucking definition, Steven Crowder is wrong. He's so dumb, he can't even construct a false dichotomy that doesn't make him look stupid.
Rather than looking at someone and saying, oh, you studied hard in school.
Also, yeah, the implication, by the way, that rich people, when so many fucking rich people literally just got money handed to them by mommy and daddy. Yes, all rich people just studied very hard in school, and all poor people are just stupid and lazy. We know.